Hello there. Back again, so soon. Welcome in, everybody, to our third and final part of What That Celtic Boy Do. His Chadness, chadding along. Let's see how they finish out against some of the more elite units that they will face in this series. Hope you enjoy. Up next, we have the Scythian Hoplite. 560 cost against the Celtic. Here he comes, throwing his Chadness around, slamming into it. There's an inappropriate sex joke right there that you can make. Make it in the comments for me, please, and thank you. And how are we holding up here with the Scythian Hoplite? Now that dude has some armor, melee defense stats, morale, health, all of that is pretty good. I'm fairly certain the charge bonus is decent, and also its attack stats for a spear are going to be, I'm sure they're the best so far. Maybe not the gladiatrice spear woman. Those ladies are disgusting. But yeah, 30 and 26, so you should be landing blows. You should be doing some damage, like the Axe Warrior, comparable to the Axe Warrior. I'm not sure if the armor piercings is good. I can't remember, but the morale is high, the health is high, the armor is high relative, defense high, charge bonus decent for a spear. I think it's over 20. So I'm not sure how the Celtic will be able to defeat this unit. Charge bonus is only 20, but still. So they get the Celts, they get a little advantage with the Pilotos, but due to the armor, I don't think it was that substantial. The charge as well is going to be where it's at, and then again that weapon damage from the Celt looks like it's pretty even. It's pretty even. Nope, Celts turning it around. Celts are turning it around. Yeah, the best spear unit so far, and even with its beefed up killing stats, its weapon attack, or melee attack weapon damage, it's still not going to be able to hold out. Celts made it short work of the Cimmerian, or the Scythian Hoplite. And what do we have next is the Illyrian Hoplite. Not the big expensive boys, but these ones, I believe, are about 600? I think. Let me check my notes. They are 640. So that is a massive bump up from the Scythian. And again, 36 melee attack, 26 damage. It should do work. The defense is high. Armor is even higher. Charge bonus is decent. 22 compared to a Celtic. So this guy, the Illyrian Hoplite, must be the one to defeat the Celtic. This is where your journey ends, Celtic Warrior. Stage 3. Celt still winning. Still winning. I mean, the Illyrian Hoplite's holding his own, but again, it's the same problem. Just can't kill enough. Not enough damage. But it should be landing the blow. 36 is not bad. Not bad. I mean, for 640, maybe that's not great. But compared to the Celtic, I'm really honestly a bit surprised that the Celtic is doing as well as it is against the... Oh, this is the Marine. This isn't the Hoplite. That's my mistake. It's the Marine. That's only 550. Never mind. Still, though, 36 and 25, it still looks like it should do better. I mean, it's going to kill... It's going to rout soon. I don't think it's going to get to 100 on the Celt. So that's my mistake. This is not the Illyrian Hoplite. This is the Illyrian Marine. 550 cost. Still quite the cost. to lose to the Celtic in this way. Shamefully. And it's out. Celt wins again. Celtics win again. And here we go. Now it's the Gladiators' turn. The Gladiators, that is a 600 unit. And the Pila, no armor, so it suffered. Oh, he just chopped that Gladiator's head right off. That was a crazy kill animation. Oh, yeah, getting destroyed. Even with, I mean, the charge one's only 22, but I don't think this attack and damage is going to be enough to turn the tide. They're already half dead. Celtic Warrior is, I mean, he's starting to drop, but I don't think the Gladiator is going to have enough men in the fight to turn the tide. After that initial Pila toss, and then that lone Celtic just chopping heads off. Yeah, like they're racking up kills for the amount of men they have, but again, I think it's just too little, too late after that brutal initial charge by the Celts. Losing only slightly though, but they've only eliminated about half. Oh, a little more than half. They're down to 69 men. Okay, they're down to 69 men. Well, maybe 69 men. Giggity. They're losing. No, just can't hold on. Not enough men. Oh, okay, hold on. Double route. It might turn it around. Gladiators might turn it around. No, never mind. Celtics win. Celtics win. 600 gold. Now we've got the Carthaginian hoplite. This boy is 620. Looks similar in stats to the Marine, but the armor is 80. But I think otherwise they're quite similar. They obviously didn't have the Pilatos. And I don't think the Marines did a Pilatos either, because that's not how they're set up. Okay, holding its own, but losing. Could turn it around with the defensive capabilities. It's possible. But I got a feeling that the Celt's gonna do work on this Carthaginian. I mean, so far in the upper tiers, in the more expensive units that we're gonna face in this 3-part series as the Celtic, they're doing pretty damn good. I mean, they lost to the Hastati, the first unit they faced, they lost, but they've been swamping dudes since, cutting them down. Celts only managed to kill 50 hoplites, so this could be a problem for the Celtic Warriors not being able to get through the armor and the melee defense capabilities of the Carthaginian hoplite. That's a big battle. This has got to be one of the longest ones. I think this ends up. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be the longest one of the series. Maybe there's another hoplite that might come up. I can't remember how many hoplites are in the series here. It's looking pretty even. It's looking dead even. Oh, now the hoplite is winning. Okay, so maybe the Celt just won't be able. Okay, hold on. Yeah, hoplite's winning. I don't think the Celt has the ability to get consistently past the Carthaginian armor defense. But I mean, they're winning slightly, but it's kind of been going back and forth. Losing slightly, winning slightly. Yeah, that's going to start to compound for the Carthaginians, and they're going to start to turn the tide, I believe. Winded. Oh, until it gets winded, that might change it. No, Carthaginians have definitely turned the tide against these Celtic warriors. Okay, now it's even. Oh, and then back to winning for the Carthaginians and even again. I'm not sure. Okay. I mean, I want to call it for the Carthaginian hoplite right now, I would say. Yeah, I think that's going to be the outcome. Carthaginian hoplite is going to take it. But substantially closer than you would have thought. I mean, they're almost dead. 40. What do they have? 45 men? Celtic killed the vast majority of that army. They're down to 32 men. Yeah, the Celtics are down to. Oh, they're done. Carthaginians win. The Carthaginians win. You don't hear that too often. But almost destroyed. And here we go. The Gladiatrice. The last Roman in the game. It is the Gladiatrice. 620, I believe. And no Pila, so they suffer, but they have 40, so it wasn't so bad. 9 on the charge. Lost a ton. Only 8 between the charge and the Pila, so that's not so bad. The Celts lost more on the charge. The Gladiatrices are 620. But again, only 120 men in the unit for the Gladiatrice. No Pila. But the charge bonus is nasty, I believe. It's only 22. But they have that melee attack, 57? And the damage is 39. Like, it's disgusting. Good defensive stats. I think their health and morale is good. So they could turn it around. I mean, they've only lost 40 men. What's the Celt at? Celt is almost dead. Jeez. They've cut this Celtic into pieces. Okay, so the Celt's starting to suffer in these upper rounds. Couldn't take the Carthaginian hoplite at 620. Can't take the Gladiatrice at 620. So let's give it a turn against the Illyrian hoplite, not the noble hoplite, not the juicy boys, just the regular hoplite, which is a 640 cost unit. They're going to eat some Pila and die. Only one man will die. And they are killing the Celt. They were winning right off the bat, off the charge bonus. It's that armor, 105. What is it, 105? That's insane. Isn't this a 640 unit hoplite? It is. Oh, he's crushing the... He's going to destroy the Celtic. This Celt is doing nothing. It's time to go home, baby. You have been outclassed. I'm not sure there's going to be anything left for the Celtic to defeat. I don't think it's going to win another matchup the rest of the series. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Quick, before we get to the next one. Okay, it's active. Combat is even. Active and combat is even. So they've kind of balanced it out. Illyrian hoplite 52, 32 kill. Wow, 32 attack, damage is 26. Charge bonus is only 20, but so much armor. Yeah, now they're winning slightly, losing slightly. But it's just, yeah, the armor with the health. I mean, their melee defense is meh. But the armor and health is going to make it no bueno for the Celtic Warrior, in my opinion. No bueno. That one hoplite is just cutting dudes down. The one hoplite on the flank. He's just spear fucking those Celts. I can say that on YouTube, I think. Losing still has 67 men. I mean, again, I think 70 men killed. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to turn it around. Okay, only just losing. Yeah, there goes the Celtic Warrior. There's nothing he can do against the armor of these more elite. I guess these are not the elite hoplites. These are middle of the road hoplites. But 640 held his own, killed 100 men. Not bad. And the Axeman for Armenia. 640. Let's be real. There's almost no point in having this in here. This Axeman's going to obliterate the Celt. There's nothing. The Celt's going to do nothing. Going to bounce right off this guy. Wait, so far it's about even? Yeah, combat's even. Again, too much morale, too much health, too much armor. I mean, the killing, it's comparable to the previous spears in terms of its killing power. So I think it's gonna crush this Celtic Warrior like it ain't no tomorrow. So the Celt is really faltering in against units that are over 600 cost, but under 600 cost, it's punching. And then if it's a hoplite unit it's facing, it's doing some serious damage, even if the unit is more expensive than 600. Okay, so this is even Steven as well. That's crazy. Actually, okay, the Axeman's starting to win, maybe by a little bit. Looking pretty damn even. Pretty dang even. Didn't expect that. I figured the Axeman would have made short work of that Celt. Like Dunskies. Is the Celt winning? What? No. The Celt is not going to beat the 640 Axeman. I don't believe it. Okay, no, he's turned it around. Yeah, now it's beating the Celt. It took some time, though. And he's lost more than half the unit in order to defeat this Celt. Ooh, shield flip, nice. Down to 80 men, that's half the unit. Down to 60 men. The Celt is on the way out. Axeman's going to win, but that Celt has seriously done some damage to these mid-tier units. It's punching above its weight class, despite the losses here. Despite the last few losses. Putting in the work. I mean, the Axeman's got to kill almost the entire unit before it routes, even at 45. The Guerrilla Warrior. Now, no armor, so maybe this Pilatos can turn it, but I think that attack and damage is going to absolutely destroy this Celtic Warrior. Like, it's got the charge bonus, it's got everything necessary to wipe the floor with this Celtic Warrior, and I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. I mean, Celtic Warrior, no, they're losing men. They're losing men fast. It's losing. It's over. It's going to be a quick one. Because that offensive punch for the Guerrilla Warrior is pretty extensive. Now, that's a 650 cost unit. So if you get a charge off with a Celtic on this guy, look, it's already, I mean, he's taken some hurt. But it's not going to be like the Axe with too much killing power. 27 charge bonus, 65 melee defense. Its only weakness is the armor of 15. That's its only weakness. So that might be a problem. No, the Celt is done. There's nothing it's gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna turn that. Yeah, Guerrilla Deploy unit. Guerrilla Warriors crushing the Celtic Warrior. Lusitani Guerrillas for the win. Only a few more left in episode 3 of What That Celtic Do. And let's see how it performs against the Leopard Warriors of Kush. Now this unit, I don't believe has Pila. And it is 660 cost spear unit. It's got a beefy charge bonus. It's got good defensive stats. And I believe it has some pretty decent attacking stats as well. So the Celt's going to get that charge bonus. I mean that Pila toss off, obviously. So the Leopard Warriors have no Pila. 36 to 25, so comparable to those hoplites. The charge bonus was 30, so that's a decent. Melee defense is better. The armor is the same, but you know the morale, the health, these things are going to play a huge factor in the outcome of the battle. But it looks to me like the Celt is going to rip this guy up. It's not going to matter. It just lacks the all the stats. It's not good enough in the killing. It's not good enough in the defense to take on the Celtic Warrior. The Kushite Leopard Warrior, 660 cost. Looks like it's going to lose to the Celtic. I mean, even if there is a desert bonus after that, I totally neglected to consider when I put them at the pyramids. Doesn't seem to do too much, if anything. Leopard Warriors just can't even kill 50 men, barely. They're not even going to lose. They're not even going to dip below 100. The Celts are going to stay strong. Leopard Warrior is routing, even with its good morale. It's just overwhelmed by the killing power of the Celtic Warrior. And the Leopard Warrior just has no ability to hit back. No ability to hit back. I mean, always holding on, but it's just not going to be able to turn the tide. Not going to be able to turn it. Celtics win against the 660 cost Leopard Warrior. Now here we go with, I believe this is the Spartan Hoplite, 700 denarii unit. No Pila, but suffers no losses on the Celtic's Pila toss due to its intense armor, just like the Illyrian Hoplite. So the Spartan Hoplite, in my opinion, okay, so the combat's even Steven, but again, they're going to have that same issue. What's 36 and 26? It's the same problem as the Leopard Warriors. So their armor is better, 80. So I think that's going to be the problem. The high armored spear units, the Celts, they have a hard time dealing with it. They just can't hit them enough. But anything with armor below 75, the Celt seems to be able to clean that up pretty good. At least stand toe to toe with it. So my guess is the Spartan Hoplite is going to beat the Celt. Even though the combat's pretty even right now, they have enough killing power and they have good defensive stats. So they're going to turn it. Even if it's pretty even right now. That's my guess. Tell me in the comments. But I mean, this is double the cost of the Celtic. So you can have 2 Celtics for the price of this 1 unit of hoplites. Combat's still even. Hoplites having a bit of a hard time turning the tide on the Celtic Warrior, but it looks like it's starting to happen now with about half of the unit left. I mean, the Celtic Warrior is gonna, or the Spartan Hoplite rather, is gonna lose more than half of its unit, almost guaranteed there. Oh yeah, the Celts are, looks like they're running out of men. Looks like they're running out of manpower. I'm gonna call it for the Spartan Hoplite. That's what it looks like to me. Not enough junk in the trunk for this Celtic Warrior. Oh, he just shield flipped that Spartan Hoplite. Nasty. And then he gets flipped himself and the Celt is out. Sparta wins. And here we go. The Noble Swordsman from Nabatea. 780. It's going to destroy the Celt. Pilatos, it's got 45, so it's not much difference. And bam. So the Celt starts off with the advantage due to the Pila. But I think much like the Gorilla Sword, the Noble Sword is just going to cut it down. It's got too much melee attack, melee damage. Charge bonus is, 22, so it's almost as good as the Celtic. I don't think the Celtic's charge is going to give it that much more of an edge to be able to kill enough men to make the Noble Sword suffer. The Noble Sword's going to turn it, and it's going to turn it pretty quick. That's my guess. so far, pretty even. Noble Sword is going, it looks like it might suffer some serious casualties to the Celtic. More than double the cost. What did I say? It was 780 denarii for the Nabatean or Sabaean Noble Sword. In my opinion, one of the greatest injustices of Rome 2 multiplayer is the Nabatean Noble Sword does not have Pila. It was madness to me. It must be an oversight. It's a good thing we made a mod and added Pila to them. Link in the description. Maybe, if I remember. Hopefully. But the Celt is going to lose. Did 92 kills on the Nabatean. So the Nabatean suffered some serious losses. Almost 100 kills. It's basically 100 kills against the Nabatean. So he lost 2/3 of his unit. And now we have the Noble Spear against the Celt. And it is going to be not a sure thing. This Noble Spear is 880, I believe. 880 cost. So it better win. But it is notoriously the worst spear unit in the game. The worst. It is getting destroyed by the Celt. It is losing to the Celtic. What? My God. Okay, the Celt is now active somehow. Still winning. Interesting. Okay. Still winning. Wow. Can this Noble Spear turn it around? 880 cost. Almost 3 times the cost of the Celtic. Is that math right? Well, okay, maybe. It's 2.5 times the cost of the Celtic. And now they're just getting even. They're just evening up. This is going to be the last battle for the series. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do the old thing with the like, comment, subscribe. You know that Jesus would love you forever. I mean, either way, even if you don't, your sins will be forgiven, so it's fine. Okay, winning slightly. Winning still. Winning. Oh my lord, this Noble Spearman. Buddy, you gotta pick it up. You're supposed to be the elite unit of this army. Noble Spear, a shame to the name. Okay, now it's even. I mean, oh wow, okay, it's even, but the Celt has the power advantage. Still 10 more kills. I can't believe the Celt's gonna go on a high note, killing the Noble Spear at 880. It's not possible. Oh, 54, 50. Okay. He stopped killing. And finally, the compound of the defensive capabilities of the spear unit and its armor are starting to make some strides in the other direction. Still even. Could go either way. I think maybe the morale of the spear unit's going to carry the day because this Celt has ripped the Noble Sword in 2 pieces. He's pulling the old Papa Roach. This is the last resort. Celtic Warrior still even, coming down to the wire. And now the Noble Sword's turning around because the Celt got tired. That's the only reason. I think without that, that's going to have to be redone. And that's going to do it for our 3-part series on the Celtic Warrior and how it performs against units more expensive than itself. If you enjoyed this content, please consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe for the YouTube algorithm gods. They will surely grant blessings unto you and you.